Hey guys, and I just want to say I love eating meat. I mean, just so good and tasty. There's nothing that could stop me from eating meat. How was that supposed to convince me? Why would that ever work?
Sometimes it can be hard to convince people to do what you want. I should know. No one watches my videos. Thus, that's why companies try to attempt viral marketing strategies to get more eyes on them. Now, sure, sometimes this is for a product, but PSAs also often do the same kind of viral marketing strategies. And one of the most famous examples of a viral marketing strategy you can do is to make a video game to get your message across. Because if you can convince gamers, well, you can convince anyone. These gamers are crazy. They'll buy Pikmin 4. Not many people do that. One of the first examples I think of when a game like this is brought up is One Leaves, a game meant to make people say no to vapes.
Man, this game sucks. I need a cigarette.
But the most famous example of these PSA video games are the ones made by the one, the only, PETA. PETA is an organization hell-bent on the protection of animals. They're also just the worst. They often just cause more harm than good because their strategies often are just the equivalent of,
Look, I'll kill a dog as long as you stop eating meat.
yeah, they're just not the best, often making such claims as milk gives kids autism.
Yep, just like how playing video games causes freaking herpes, I don't know.
And often to get their messages across, PETA decides to make video games. And they've made a lot of games. So today, let's take a look at them and see how much they make me want to skin a cow just out of spite. Now, sadly, I can't play every single PETA game in this video. For one, that'd be too long. For two, some of these games just aren't available anymore. And some, though still playable, I can't play them, such as Bunny Raiders, a PlayStation exclusive.
People say the PS5 has no games.
So let's start off where I'm most comfortable, my Nintendo Switch, because believe it or not, PETA actually made a Switch game. This is Kin Squad, a Binding of Isaac ripoff of all things. And it's not very good. You go room to room and shoot some enemies. It's pretty basic and ultimately boring as hell. Every mission feels the damn same, and these weapons, half of them suck ass and the other are screen nukes. Like, yes, instead of taking the weapon that hits everything on the screen at once and does good damage, I want the tomato gun with no range.
Well, the truth is, I don't even want to play this game.
But, I mean, it is free, and there's worse games on the Switch for what it's worth. You can get some fun out of this. So, sure, it's not the worst thing I've ever played. Now, do I want to become vegan now? No. But now, let's leave the console space and head to the PC, where a wealth of free browser games are made by PETA there. First up, we have Meat is Murder.
Yeah, how else are you supposed to acquire bacon? By making a deal with the pig?
This is an endless arcade style game that's actually decently fun. It's pretty addictive and I have some fun with it. I didn't hate myself while playing it. Sure, I still crave meat in my mouth, don't clip that, but hey, this was fun. Huh. I always thought PETA games would be really bad, but the last two were decent at the very least. Wait, are PETA games actually fun? Oh, no they aren't. This is Pokemon Red, White, and Blue, a parody of, I don't know, Mario? It's not fun at all. You go from battle to battle and it's just so boring, man. The game also has clearly no idea how the Pokemon world works, and claims that Team Plasma were the good guys in Pokemon.
Yes, because one of the best things you can do for anyone is to steal their dog.
Also, for playing this game, as a reward, PETA gives you footage of animals being tortured.
Thank you. And also get some help.
A lot of PETA games do this. I mean, that's one way to get your point across, I guess, but these games are marketed towards kids. This is messed up. Honestly, this alone makes PETA pretty darn easy to hate. There's also another Pokemon game they made, but like, I'd rather just shoot myself in the head. Don't do this to me. So yeah, it's better than Scarlet and Violet. Another Nintendo parody game is Super Chick Sisters, and yep, it sure is a game. It's honestly not that bad, it's pretty inoffensive, it's a crappy platformer. It's kind of preachy sometimes in its cutscenes, but I could see a kid having some fun with this. But kids also have fun drinking bleach, so should our standards really be that low? But Nintendo isn't the only company PETA likes to parody. Here's Cooking Mama, Mama Kills Animals.
No, she doesn't. The turkey's already dead. False advertising.
This is a shockingly good adaptation of Cooking Mama. It honestly gets its message pretty well across. Honestly, the best of all these games. It makes the turkey pretty unappealing, which is the reason why you eat meat in the first place. I mean, it's not very fun, but Cookie Mama isn't fun either, so there's not much of a difference here. Honestly, one of the best games so far. 5 out of 10. But PETA is actually a group of real-ass gamers because they play even indie games. Case in point, they made a bad Super Meat Boy clone. Super Tofu Boy. Basically, PETA reveals that they're actually terrible at research and claims that Super Meat Boy is made of cow meat. Look, I don't want to nerd out here, but Super Meat Boy is actually just some dude without skin. Hence why he's paired up with Bandage Girl since she makes him whole. Oh, and PETA is also really horny for tofu. Jesus Christ, get a room. The game is a really shitty platformer. It's not fun to control, and since it's a Super Meat Boy clone, it had to be really hard, and hard games that don't control well aren't a good thing to have. So no matter how sexy Tofu Boy apparently is, the game still isn't very fun.
I am the first person in the world to say that.
But if you want further proof that the people at PETA are real-ass gamers, well, they play the classics, such as how they made a parody of River City Ransom, because, sure, why not? This is Cage Fight, and it sucks. It's a really clunky beat 'em up, and it just isn't fun, man. I mean, when a literal NES game is better in every way to your game, you know you messed up. In a similar example, we have the Fast Food Nation game, a Burger Time clone. I like the pig's walk cycle, that's all I really have to say. Another retro parody is Lobster Liberation. In this game you play as an already cooked lobster. They really messed this up, didn't they? This is a Frogger clone and it's pretty hard to mess up Frogger, so this isn't the worst. But they don't just make parody games, they also make hit pieces too. This is J-Lo, a monster in fur.
What am I doing, man?
Finally, we have the one game on PETA's main website that I could play that wasn't based off anything. This is Revenge of the PETA Tomatoes. In this game you throw tomatoes at people wearing fur. The shit is this gonna accomplish? The animals are already dead. The tomatoes aren't gonna bring them back to life. And that was PETA's game catalog. They have some other games, but you can't make me. This was a true test of my sanity, and honestly, I think I need to make a rebuttal PSA. Something pro meat.
Welcome to Meat Eaters. We eat meat. Not much more to say. Maybe you're thinking, why eat meat? Doesn't that hurt the animals? You think the shark cares when he eats your kid? Just eat the shark. Eat some sushi. Go eat meat. The end. I think that video will convince more people to actually become vegan. Therefore, it's more effective than anything PETA's ever done.